Hi, this is Jocelyn.
Hi, Jocelyn. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. It's good
Um,
to hear your voice.
Good to hear your voice as well. What can we answer for you?
I spoke to you a few months back, part of your Miracle Makers Academy, and you mentioned a big shift would be coming in my life mid-April and May, and in fact, that shift has taken place in full force, full speed ahead, and I'm currently in it and fully plunged in it. And I'm calling today to see if I can try to get some clarity with what I'm looking at. And just to give you an idea, basically I'm looking at the three biggest life stressors of work, relationship, and home. So moving across country, I've been offered a job, and right in the midst of that, I also found love. So this has all happened within the last month,
It's
and I find myself
amazing.
at an
Yes.
impasse
Um,
and a fork in the road, so to
w-
speak.
what's beautiful is even before you started sharing the story, I wrote moving work love home, which is interesting. But to me, I just love that that's what I wrote down. The moving is really, really amazing. It's not a forever move. I know this is important to hear so that you will limit the amount of shifts that you're doing for that move. Did that make sense? It's a
Yes.
very purposeful move in the sense is it gives you an upgrade in what you're working on, the direction that you've been wanting to move in, and you get to move back. So I think that's going to help the work love situation as well. And so tell me about the love situation.
Okay, so just recently met him, and in fact, we were reunited after 10 years. So our paths crossed 10 years ago in a grocery store. He saw me from across the room and approached me with a friend, and I started talking to his friend and hung out with his friend a couple times, and then never heard from this gentleman again. And 10 years later, I just ran into him on the beach. We were both walking on the beach, and our paths crossed. And we recognized each other, and he said, "Oh, you're the girl that I saw 10 years ago." And I said to my friend at that time from across the room, "I'm going to marry that woman." And 10 years later, our paths crossed. So it's only been very new, 3 to 4 weeks of us being, hanging out, being together, but it's really powerful. And it's so strong that I'm not quite sure what to do with this because I have taken a job. I am supposed to be moving all of this within the next, month
And
or so.
what's really amazing about him is he doesn't have a huge commitment here,
Hmm.
right?
Uh, Commitment with
With
me or in,
work, with a lot of things.
oh, sure. Yes, he's flexible.
He's
Uh-huh.
flexible. He can travel.
Hmm.
And
Yes.
yes. And so the ability for that to make your relationship even juicier.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
yeah, and to step into the mystery of this. And there is energy with him with a lot of stuff. So I want to be really, really clear. Beautiful human being in a lot of ways, very happy go lucky. And it's
Hmm.
important that you take your time with this as well. And the time
Okay.
component has to do with because there's a lot of want and doing, but there and I'm going to say this another way. It's really really important because I don't want to diminish what's happening, and I want to expand on what's possible for you guys. So even though he said those beautiful words and those are true for him, he's felt and feels attraction to a lot of people. And this is important to really, really hear in a beautiful way for it to say, and the energy and the thoughts and you guys connecting and feeling, all of it's real. It doesn't diminish it. But for him, if the more that's required to some degree, and he's flexible and you're amazing. And so, and you're really allowing there to be a depth in your relationship rather that is built with time, a deeper connection with traveling, with him coming, with watching and experiencing the move, even having him release some of the things that he's attached to here is the best possible outcome.
Yes, I see that. That makes a lot of sense.
And so it's really important to hear this with like a gentle heart, that you're really amazing and worth every bit of travel, going back and forth, connection. And this is something to think about. His friend had your number for 10 years, meaning he could have reached out in various ways in over those years.
Yeah.
And so the sincerity of making those words be true has to come from this looking for whether he's trying to bring happiness to you. So if you say this makes me happy, and he's like all about that and running to go grab that and bring that in your direction, I'd love to hear more about this or experience more about that. That's a man who wants a relationship. Men in relationship only want her happiness. And if he didn't reach out in 10 years because he was shy or because he felt uncomfortable because he and the friend talked a couple times and you were the one that disregarded it, right? Disregarded moving further into the relationship. It's an awkwardness. But men, true men, go after what they want. And being happy-go-lucky and him going, someday this is going to show up for me is a beautiful thing. Someday she's going to show back up. He's got to really be able to show you he is the man worthy of you to this degree, with commitment, with taking action, with looking at your happiness. And you're...
So in other words...
Go ahead.
Sorry. In other words, I shouldn't postpone my move or not continue on with the job that I've already been offered.
Correct.
For this love that has stumbled into my life.
Yes. It's really, really important. And baby, if I was but this is from another man that loves a woman, commitment. When we met, what did you say? And what were the behaviors?
I climbed mountains. I fought off wild lions. I traversed through jungles. I swam in ocean to be with you.
Well, it's it's truly and it's so important for women to understand the language of men. And that language, they speak action, they speak solutions. You tell him what makes you happy, and if he's running around trying to find that for you, that's love. And 4 weeks into a relationship, is a really young relationship. And men know. But from the time that Greg met me, he called, he wrote, he fended off other men.
Yes, I did. Yeah.
An ex of mine found out from my brother that I was in Nashville because most of the time I lived in another country or was off the radar. An ex of mine drove to Nashville getting the address from my brother. And my whole point is men go after what they want. You tell him what makes you happy, and truly a man that wants to marry you. And we were laughing about this with our friend that's visiting in town right now. Strong enough to be my man. Like you require, and you are a beautiful woman, a really strong man. And that strength comes in being able to navigate distances, long-term relationship. It comes in being able to say, this is the direction that my career is taking me. And it's in your energy field that you will move back or you will be back here. And that this move to really but takes you to the next level in your career.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yes, it's a big opportunity, and I'm really grateful to have received it. And I feel that, that's been sort of the dilemma is my ability to move forward in this path following my career. And that's what I've done for years. So thank you. I needed to hear that.
You're so welcome. So glad you called. And we're doing the Miracle Makeovers this Sunday. The monthly call will be this Sunday. So we'll see you hopefully on that call. Yes.
We'll see you then. Thank you so much.
Thank
Sarah.
you so much. You're so welcome. Yes.
Lori offered these words of wisdom. No need to rush if it's real. And also, LOL, Tarzan.
LOL, Tarzan in the house.
Tarzan in the house.
Yes. Well, so awesome.